and then I'm just gonna...
All right. Hello everybody. What's up? Hello to a newest Chibi Girls podcast with you guys. I know that we missed last Tuesday. Just not was a bit sick. But now we're back. And we have so much anime news to talk about today. Right now, Chestnut is fixing her TikTok live.
I messed it up, bro. I made it so small and I can't fix it. I don't understand what's happening. What is happening with this? Okay, hold up.
You guys don't know. Okay, I'm gonna say hi to the people in the YouTube. So I'm seeing Nightwin, Rugs D Shanks, Jarhead. Oh, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Stream hype, yes. Moro, I'm seeing Frank. Oh, what's up, Frank? Excited for technical issues. Come on now. I'm also seeing, let me see here. Carlos, what's up? Shanks. The Lonely Mage, Royce, DJ,
Fix this.
IH Comics, everybody. Dozer, what's up? Oh, thank you so much, Lonely, for gifting 5 memberships to everybody. Thank you so much. This means a lot to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're the best. Hi, what's up, everybody? So, if you're enjoying this, like the stream, like the live. We're also live on TikTok, if y'all wondering. So like both of them if you're enjoying this.
All right, I have fixed the TikTok. I do have takes up on the screen for the TikTok. Listen, guys, as we go along with the topics, comment your take. Argue with people, get people into this live. The more people and the more likes we have in these lives, the better that they do, and they are very fun and very enjoyable. So I'm excited for today.
Yes. All right, perfect. So we have a lot of topics today. Oh, hey, oui, ça va très bien, DJ. Thank you for asking. So we have a lot of topics today. First of all, I forgot to say, I'm here with my lovely co-host, the Chestnut Tanuki, if you want to say something. Cool. I mean, just not two in a way, but me more. I have been very active on Twitter, so there's a lot of like stuff that happens on Twitter. A lot of things we get, like we see, we get across of, and it's hilarious. So we're gonna start with things that we find funny, and then maybe get to like more serious stuff, and also gonna talk about the Jump Fest, every like anime stuff announcement that was made. But first, let's start with like a funny thing. So just to put you guys in context. So you know how there's like many fan bases, you know, in One Piece, you know, you have like let's say you have the Shanks fans, you have the Mihawk fans, you have the Dragon fans, you have the Yonkos fans, like you have the Buggy fans, as myself. You even have the Admiral fans. But y'all are not ready for the Akainu fans. They are the most hilarious part of Twitter, in my opinion. They make me laugh so much. So I'm going to switch to our streaming room to show you guys one of the tweets they make. So you would think that I am infatuated with Buggy. Look what these people say about Akainu. So they're saying, why would the Admiral get petrified from Boa's midness when they lay eyes on peak beauty every single day? And they're talking about Akainu. Bro,
I think, listen, I think that Akainu fans are some of the most underrated fans in the like in the One Piece fandom, right? Like you have like Mihawk fans and they're just like toxic, right? You have Zoro fans and they're almost just as toxic. But then you have like Akainu fans, and unlike like just like Admiral fanboys in general, Akainu fans have this certain charm to them that are just they just love this man. They are infatuated with this man, bro.
it's hilarious. Like you don't understand. Like every time there's like some tweet coming from the Akainu fans, and like it's always like their infatuation with like Akainu. It's like, you know what, they call themselves Akainu sexuals. And I was like, this is a real thing on Twitter. If you search it up, it's a real thing. So I was very, very. I'm telling you, I was very surprised. Oh, we got a $2 from Turan saying, "I'm a fan of them all except Buggy." How dare you? How dare you?
But why don't you
Anyways,
guys listen? Why don't you guys let us know? Do you think that Akainu is hot, bro? Like, do you
yo,
guys who are
let's make
not
a
Akainu
poll.
fans?
Wait, I can make a poll.
You should
Like,
make a poll. But in the TikTok
is
comment, do y'all think that
Akainu
Akainu is actually hot, bro?
start poll? Oh my gosh. Yo, no, because I'm telling you, It's hilarious. I'm telling you, I had no idea that this was a thing. Literally, I had no idea. So this is just one tweet. For example, if we go to the next one, we have this one where they're like, reminder that Akainu is canonically the most handsome man in One Piece. I don't know where this was from. Here it says, I believe Bunta Sugawara is the most handsome guy in the world. I'm at loss of words to hear the news that he passed away. I'd like to cherish Akainu. Anyways, so like they show like, you know, proof of like how much they're infatuated with him. I remember one time they were trying to like power scale Akainu and Dragon, and they were talking about how Akainu's hairline is more straight, so he wins. That was hilarious too.
Listen,
Oh
I
my
think
God.
what's funny is that Akainu fans understand that Akainu is going to be one of the strongest people, so they don't care. Like, they don't have to prove anything. Unlike a lot of other like people in the One Piece fan base, like Akainu fans are like, we already know that he's going to be strong, so they don't care. So they're just able to just focus on different things. They're able to enjoy their lives, and one of the
Yeah.
things that they love to enjoy is they love this man, bro. They think that he has like the most handsome face. It's
They're
fantastic.
hilarious. I swear. I'm telling you, Twitter without the Admiral fans and even especially the Akainu fans would be so boring in my opinion. It would be just people like power scaling swordsmen against non-swordsmen. But like, yo, Akainu fans, oh, funny. But then you also have a bit like the crazier Akainu fans. We stumbled upon this tweet. And we stumbled upon this tweet. This guy was a bit weird. He was like, what I find insane is that you as a woman would even call him corrupt enough, though he wears a pink flower on his suit to spread awareness for the tons of women around the world that are suffering from female breast cancer. Just say you're misogyny pick me. So like, since when Akainu is wearing a rose for breast cancer, bro?
Akainu is a feminist icon, and if you don't think Akainu is a feminist icon,
Oh,
get
was
out of the One
hilarious.
Piece fandom,
This
bro.
was
Because,
oh my God, I can't. This was so funny,
yeah,
bro.
Akainu fanboys are crazy. Like if you're like cool with Akainu, they're like, all right, word up. If you're not cool with Akainu, bro, they're literally like, they'll get you, bro. They
Bro,
don't even want to
I
hear it.
swear, it's like they're. I'm telling you, like it's the like Oda have the best ghost writers. You read stuff and you're like, shit, this was off screen. I had no idea this existed.
Listen, bro, people be making up fantastic fan fiction for their favorite One Piece characters. Let me tell you guys.
Oh yeah, yeah they do. But I'm telling you, Akainu fans for now, like the funniest. Like they are my top funniest people on Twitter. I love them.
Funny.
They're so funny.
They are very funny, I will say.
Yeah. Now, let's get to the next subject. So, as you all know, we watched One Piece 1088 last week. Like most of you guys. Also, let me end. Wait. Let me end the poll so I can see like what are the results.
Listen, I got a couple people saying that they think Luffy is hot, and listen, bro. Alex, I think you're not wrong. I think that Luffy is a very handsome gentleman.
Bro, guess what? The poll says 50-50. So there's people who find Akainu hot and other that don't. Listen, it's a good thing we know now. It's a good thing we know now.
There's people who do, apparently.
Listen, I will not judge anybody. I am infatuated with Buggy. I will not judge anybody. Okay.
Listen, bro, we got people in the TikTok chat saying that Akainu is basic. I don't know if he's basic, but he did say that Fujitora and Aokiji are just better. So I guess there's a little bit of strife in the Admiral fandom here.
Yeah. Oh, we got a $5 from Terence saying you don't get the title of Fleet Admiral for nothing. You know, 100%, 100%. I completely agree with you. Like you have to have like amazing feats to become a Fleet Admiral. So yeah, 100%. So now on to our next subject. Akainu is hot, literally. Yeah, oh wait! No, I understand. He said Akainu is hot, literally, but he's not sexy. So he means that because of his magma fruit. I mean,
Yeah,
this is funny. This is funny.
I've had a couple of people say that too. I do think it's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, so as you all know, One Piece episode 1088 just dropped last week on Saturday or Sunday for others. And inside of that episode, we hear about Luffy's dream, which was amazing and everything. We went over that on our stream. But then there was this scene where everybody was bullying Zoro for being realistic and telling them not to like, you know, get too emotional because of Vivi. And then everybody, then Luffy started by saying, oh, Onigashima. So like he called him a demon, and then you have Nami called him Green Kaido, and then you have Chopper who called him Green Big Mom, and then you have Sanji who called him Moss Head or something that has to do with his hair, and immediately he called him fourth placer. You know, so they started fighting, and a lot of people are on TikTok are trying to scale this fight, which was like a goofy fight. Let's be honest here. They're saying that Zoro needed 3-sword style to stop Sanji, and some other people are like Sanji is using one of his greatest abilities to go against like Zoro, who's not even like trying hard. So I find that very funny that like we can't even have a goofy moment between these two without people scaling even goofy moments.
Listen, I think it is very interesting that Sanji fans and Zoro fans have been consistently at each other's necks. And I think it's because of this. Zoro and Sanji are far more relative than people give it to them, but Zoro will always be stronger than Sanji. But even in that very same episode where they're trying to scale Zoro and Sanji, they make it very clear that Zoro is above Sanji, but it's not easy for him. Like, it's not like he's so far above Sanji that it's easy for him to do it. He's like, no, like it's hard being above you. Like it's hard to be superior in strength to you. And I feel like a lot of people just don't realize that like the relationship between Sanji and Zoro is that of not only rivals, but is that of just like camaraderie too. Like they don't hate each other. And it's funny that the fan bases seem to hate each other.
And what I find funny is that I made a tweet about it. I was like, look at this is, if y'all look at this and don't see like a crazy amazing friendship, like they love each other. I was like, their fan base should get along, and everybody in my comment was like, "Oh, this is a dream. So you're asking for too much." Can argue with people who lack reason. Like this started like talk shitting about each other, and I was like, "Oh my god, like y'all are too much." But
Yo, hold up, Jen in the comments said that lovers was the word that you were looking for because of Sanji and Zoro. Which listen, I'm not gonna say anything about that. I know that a lot of people ship Sanji and Zoro. For good reason. They're fruity, so
yeah.
Go ahead.
But the Lolly sent another $5 super chat. I think he said the brief scene with Dragon and Kuma broke me. I'm not ready for Kuma's flashback animated. Yo, same. I swear. You know what's crazy? Dragon has showed emotion inside of that episode, like with his mouth when he like forced on it, and I was like, oh my god, I love this. I love the fact that he showed emotions. And me too. I'm telling you, we were like streaming the episode, and I was telling her, I was like, yo, I am not ready. Like, if this is already making me super sad, how am I going to survive the next episodes in the future? Like, I completely understand you. I get it.
Yes. People love saying fourth placer. I will say, I think that one of the funniest gags that has been going on in One Piece recently is the fact that Sanji is like just continuously outdone by so many people. I feel bad. I feel bad
too for him.
But he's fourth placer, and then very subtle spoilers, but there's this one scene where he's not able to do anything and Frankie is, and I made the joke. I was like, step aside, number 5.
Yeah, oh my god. Bro, like I swear, like people, and you know what? No matter how good stuff he does, because like on Egghead he shows like amazing speed feats, he does cool things, but the moment he's, I mean, I'm not gonna spoil, but the moment he's gonna be like on the ground because of XYZ reason, people are gonna roast him for days, bro. And I'm like, and people are gonna forget all of the good things he did. That's the problem, is that like people are just so mean towards Sanji, but you know, it's also like there's the gag as well. We received another $5 from Turan saying, I agree with Zoro that they should stay on course. I just disagree with his reason. Not only because Ace died, but also Vivi is not Ace. So, okay, so this was a big discussion also on Twitter, where like people are like, oh, was Zoro right or wrong? So, you know, you can look at it, you can make an argument for both sides. So, yes, Vivi is not as strong as Ace. She's not as like, you know, like, you would be more scared for Vivi's safety than Ace, but Zoro is right in a way where like we don't have a plan. We can't just go and invade Mauritius like that. Like so and also they have no idea what is happening. Like she went missing. So where are they going to go find her? Like they're gonna go to Mauritius? Like she's probably not there anymore if she was missing. So that's why like there was too much like variables that were unknown for them to move. And I think that Zoro was just being realistic there. What do you think, Chestnut?
I think that he just realized that Vivi is on her own adventures and can take care of herself.
Mhm.
I feel like Zoro's the type of character that he'll help people if it's like immediate danger. That's what he's like. He's like, listen, if she was in like immediate danger, we would, but we don't have enough information. We don't know anything, and
Yeah.
I trust her to take care of herself. If he didn't trust her to take care of herself, I think he would have agreed that they should stop their course and go find her. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Totally, totally, totally. Oh, what's up, Sevi? What's up? What's up, D? Um, so Sanji is my third favorite Straw Hat behind Nami and Luffy. Honestly, he's also like I really, really love him. Like, and people, you know what's crazy is that people think that like, just because I defend Sanji most of the time, that I hate Zoro. That is far from the truth. I love both of them. I think both of them have amazing stuff about them, personality wise, fighting wise. It's just that it's easier for me to defend somebody that everybody shits on. Like I don't have much to say about Zoro because nobody shits on Zoro. Like it's so rare. So that's
that is
why.
true.
And also I have this mutual. I forgot his name, but on Twitter, he said that there's a reason why. I'm sorry, I forgot which one who said that. But I think he said that, you know, there's a reason why he talks more about Sanji. It's because it's easier to talk about somebody who's more flawed. You have so much, like, there's more nuance to this character. There's more, like, he has so much layers. You can talk about a lot of things he can improve, things that he's showing. He has more, you know, he has more substance to him. I'm not saying Zoro doesn't, but Zoro is more of a static character, so it's a bit hard to, like, always have stuff to say about Zoro other than he's amazing, you know. Like look at his work ethic. His power. Like Sanji, like there's like some flaws here and there, which makes it easier to talk about him and sometimes like, you know, try to understand him, defend him, etc. So there's that too.
So we have a question from Alex, and he said, "Do you think that Zoro will snap when he finds out what Sanji did to Luffy on Whole Cake Island?" And I just want to talk about this because I feel like this is one of the things that everybody always says when the Sanji and Zoro conversation comes out. What do you think Zoro would do if he finds out what Sanji did? I don't think he's gonna do anything because Luffy allowed that to happen, right? Like,
Yeah.
and I think that so many people think that, oh, well, Zoro is like a Luffy's protector, right? But he's not his protector, he's his co-captain. And so if Luffy makes a decision, very similarly to he didn't do anything to Usopp, right? Like he never like beat Usopp or tried to like cut Usopp or said, Usopp, don't you dare hurt my captain. He stepped aside and he let what was going to happen, right?
Yeah,
Now
exactly.
he may have not been as as forgiving to Sanji as he was to Usopp, because with Usopp, he was like, he just needs to apologize. For Sanji, he probably would have asked for more, but I don't think that Zoro would have beaten Sanji up because he didn't do it for Usopp, because Zoro isn't Luffy's bodyguard, right? He's his own character. He's his co-captain. He helps him with decisions, but he also respects Luffy's decision if
Yeah.
he ends up going a different route.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you. And also, like, let's not forget that what Sanji did, he did it to save his crew. What Usopp did was a bit of selfish, like, you know, intentions. It was
That
more
is
like self-serving. Sanji wanted to protect his crew. So, like, these are it's the same thing with Robin. Like, they didn't shit on Robin because she was doing it to save the crew. So, I think there's a big difference between them. The intention is what matters more than what the problem actually was.
I
Yeah.
agree. Somebody said Zoro is flawed because he wants to be the world's strongest swordsman, yet barely fought any. Spittin'! I had this big issue, and I made a TikTok about it. I was like, "Yo, how is Zoro supposed to be, like have this dream? Right? Why is the world's strongest swordsman such a big thing if two people are going after it? Zoro and maybe Vista. We don't even know. There might only be one person actively going up against it, where everybody else wants to be the Pirate King. And Mihawk said himself, "Hey, you know." Being the Pirate King is even more dangerous than trying to surpass me. So everybody's trying to find the One Piece and be king of the pirates. But one person, maybe two, want to be the world's strongest swordsman. I hope in Elbaf, Zoro meets another swordsman that has the same goals as him, because it's kind of crazy that nobody else has that ambition.
That's the thing, yeah, exactly. Because like you can't say Mihawk because he already has the title. So I completely understand. I think that Oda's problem is that but wait, before I go into that, I just want to say Terence sent a $2 super chat saying, agreed, that's what I think he should have said. You're right. Zoro could have worded that way better so people don't misunderstand his intentions, because he's a good person at the end of the day. But yeah, coming back to your, thank you again for the super chat. Coming back to your point, I think the problem with Oda is that, like, he doesn't, unfortunately for Zoro fans, I'm just being honest with you guys, Oda doesn't, like, give the spotlight to Zoro's character development like he does to Sanji. Unfortunately, it's really the case. Like, he gives him amazing cold fights, like amazing fights where he can, like, you know, stomp on everybody and show how strong he is. But when it comes to, like, his emotions, his personality, his dream and whatever, I feel like Oda lacks in that department when it comes to Zoro. And you can see, like, oh, is it because Oda prefers Sanji? Does he have favorites in the Straw Hats? Like, you know, he doesn't do that. With Nami, Sanji, and Luffy, he gives them a lot of spotlight and a lot of character development. But when it comes to Zoro, unfortunately, it's lacking. That's why we have these type of conversations, unfortunately.
I agree. Also, guys, make sure that you guys are liking not only the YouTube live, but also the TikTok.
Yes.
I would appreciate it. The more likes, the more people we get in here. So that will help a ton. But yeah, we can also move on to some of the next topics then, Hime.
Perfect. Okay. Same thing happened. So that episode, so I don't know if you guys know about this joke where, like, Mihawk fans, every time there's a swords a feat happening from any character, Mihawk can steal the feat because he's the world's strongest swordsman. So like it happened with, like, you know, Shanks, and now, you know, Rayleigh, like, showed, like, his hockey with his sword and stuff like that, and people made this meme saying that this feat is also mine now.
But yo, I think it is so funny that people have consistently given Mihawk Conqueror's hockey feats when he has shown not only no Conqueror's hockey qualities, but no hockey whatsoever. Like, and it baffles me that people are giving him this Rayleigh feat, which is him flexing how powerful his Conqueror's hockey is just because he brandished his sword. Like, I'm sorry. It's an animator choice. He's brandishing his sword because it looks cool. It's not because it's a sword skill. Because if it was, right, Rayleigh trained Luffy in hockey, correct? Yeah. If Rayleigh's hockey is sword skill, then wouldn't that make Luffy the world's strongest swordsman, bro? If the hockey that Rayleigh has is all sword skill, and he took that sword skill hockey and trained Luffy, Luffy would have sword skill hockey. It doesn't make any sense because Rayleigh, that was his hockey, it's not his sword skill. And that's what people need to really distinguish with this. It's like, if you're saying that all of his hockey is sword skill, like when he brandished it and had hockey everywhere, if you're saying that's sword skill, then you're saying Luffy's Conqueror's hockey is also sword skill. Because Rayleigh not only trained him in that, but that's how he uses his Conqueror's hockey regardless. Just because you have a weapon in your hand doesn't mean that all of a sudden it's sword skill. I don't know, bro. Mihawk fans be making me upset sometimes because they be doing the dumbest stuff. I pray that Mihawk has hockey, or has Conqueror's hockey, because if he does not, y'all don't want to know how I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be a different person.
Yeah, I'm gonna be unbearable. But that's the thing. That's my problem here, is that, like, God forbid somebody has a sword and use hockey immediately. Sword skill. Since Mihawk has the title, he's stronger than this guy. Not only he's stronger than this guy, but also every feat that this guy do goes to Mihawk as well. Immediately.
Listen, bro. Luffy used the sword during Wano, right? Luffy has a devil fruit that is the sun god. Because he used the sword one time in his life, that is an automatic Mihawk feat. Meaning that not only can Mihawk go into Gear 5, but he can use Bajurangan with Yoru.
Yeah. Also, Doron's words inside of the live, I wanted to say hi inside of the TikTok. But yeah, no, 100%. So like, that's the thing. That's the thing, is that, like, I think that people shouldn't just, like, transfer over feats, because if we go with that, logic, like, man's strongest man alive, like, for example, for Whitebeard when he was alive, so everybody underneath him that is weaker that did feats, like, it automatically transfers to him. I don't think that's how we should look at things. Everybody can be proficient in different areas. Obviously, Rayleigh is not, like, the most proficient swordsman, but does that mean that his hockey is not as strong, or, like, stronger than other people who are more proficient in swordsmanship, you know. So I think that people have a hard time disassociating these two things because they're like all about pushing an agenda. But you know, we can't do much. You know, these memes are always gonna exist, unfortunately. But guess what? Big Mom is not in the picture. We can't talk about Big Mom though. This is something the Mihawk fans said. Oh, well, Big Mom doesn't count. She's not a swordsman.
I feel like that's the funniest thing about Mihawk is that all of a sudden when Big Mom comes into play, all of a sudden, well, not everybody who uses a sword is a swordsman. And we're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Ain't you guys just be saying that for everybody else? Rayleigh is a swordsman, even though he literally fought without his sword back in Sabayoti, right? I didn't see him brandishing a sword then when he was using his Conqueror's Haki. But Big Mom is a swordsman, right? Big Mom is a isn't a swordsman because she doesn't fit their narrative. Because they know that Big Mom has an advantage because of her devil fruit. Which is the thing. It's like all of a sudden, it's like when you have to try to bring up Mihawk's feats, it's like, okay, well, Mihawk can try to do Miser Cannon. Does he have a sword skill that equates to that? Can he automatically do that? Well, that's not a sword skill, but she's using her sword. So all of a sudden, the logic goes, it's out the window as soon as you bring up Big Mom or anybody else with the devil fruit. And this is one of the reasons why I said, if you have a devil fruit in One Piece, you can't be a pure swordsman because you're constantly using your devil fruit to enhance your weapon. Because you can do things that people without that devil fruit can't do, right? Like Whitebeard could use his glaive to shatter the entire earth, right? Like he could use his fist to shatter the whole earth. But no other person with a glaive can do that. Even though it's his skill, it's not actual skill that goes to that. And it's the same thing with everybody else. Just because you use a sword doesn't mean everybody can use the same skills as you. Everybody has the same sword style as you. Because if that was the case, everybody would just be using Zoro 3 sword style. Mihawk would just be using Zoro 3 sword style and be using Ashura. Why isn't Ashura a Mihawk feat?
No, but I'm telling you, that's the thing. It's you know, when you wanna use a logic, it has to work all the time. You can't have exceptions just because it doesn't fit your narrative.
Yeah.
You have to stay consistent. Yo, what's up, Tamir? Mihawk's feet, Mihawk's feet. For real. Yeah. So God. No, but yeah, that's the thing. And this is something that I even said on Twitter. I said, as far as I am concerned, Shanks and even Rayleigh could have imbued their haki and a fork. Like they just use a sword because they're pirates and this is like the most popular item, like the most popular weapon ever.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, if
people use swords.
Yeah. Like let's be honest now. Like if a fork was the most popular weapon, they would have imbued their thing in a fork. So it's not just about like being a swordsman. It's also about like how proficient you are with your haki regarding also your sword skill. Now again, we're not saying Mihawk is not professional at haki or anything, but transferring feats just because of his title is very disingenuous towards other character. Is what we're saying.
I think that a lot of people just cannot, they literally have no patience. They just can't wait for Mihawk to get a single feat because they want him to be the top right now because they're assuming they're theorists. Anybody who says that Mihawk is the strongest in the verse, they're not a power scaler. There's nothing to actually back that up in the story. Now you can see somebody take a scan that they've mistranslated that because they translated it and they have a friend who has some sort of college degree that triumphs everybody else with a college degree. You'll see them translate it and say, oh, well, this is the only translation you can have because only one person can translate it from like 10 years ago. That's not the end all be all, right? Because we already know that number one, the data books are usually wrong. And there's been multiple times where the data books have been proven wrong with stuff in the story. There's also the fact that unless Oda wrote it specifically himself, like in the Road to Laugh Tale, where Oda wrote the Road to Laugh Tale, you can't really take a lot of those feats as truth. So the big thing is wait for somebody to get a feat. And that's something we say every single time we wait. We always say wait, because if you're just going to go and scale people, then Kaido's the strongest creature. That's it. Just scale him based off of that title. You don't even need to read the story. And also, I think it's very funny that people will scale based off of, oh, this is the title that somebody has. Well, Luffy has the title of Straw Hat Luffy, and Zoro has the Pirate Hunter title. None of those are titles of strength, and yet they're some of the strongest pirates in the verse. Point blank. Also, thank you guys so much for liking live. I see Jen is liking live in there. What's up, Jen?
And I also, like, I was arguing with a guy. I told him that like when you receive a title, it's a title in the past that you received. So he received that title in the past. We don't even, and by the way, it was never stated that he won against Shanks or whatever, but he still has that title. A lot of years passed. If you don't duel anybody in these years, of course you're gonna hold that title. Of course you're gonna still be holding that title. In these years, who knows if Shanks got more proficient in hockey, became a Yonko, became stronger, but somebody doesn't wanna duel him. So how are we going to ever know who's stronger? That's the biggest thing. If you refuse to duel people, like all we know is that 10 years ago you were the strongest swordsman. That's all we know. That's all we know. Unfortunately, like if he refuses to duel him, then we will never have the truth, actually.
I also think it's funny that they're like, oh, well, Mihawk just sees him as inferior. I'm like, that's not a good thing, though. Like, if you're just like saying, I'm not going to duel you because I see you as inferior, it's like, that sounds like you're afraid to lose.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Aokiji is scaled higher than Mihawk. Canonically, because let's say if you put Akainu top 1, since they fought for 10 days straight on that island, he is relative to him, so he can be scaled above Mihawk in that logic. So and guess what? Aokiji is missing limbs, bro. Is he weaker than he's stronger than 99% of the verse? Is he weaker just because he's missing limbs? This is Shiki. Shiki doesn't even have his feet.
That is true.
Does that mean they're weaker? No, this is all his head canon in his head. Because he wants somebody who will showcase sword skills with both hands that won't have. That's what he wants. He wants technique. He doesn't want somebody who has hacks, who has like amazing hockey, who has devil fruits. Because otherwise, if he wanted just to be the strongest, bro, he would go against Akainu. He would go against Kairo. He would go against Big Mom. No, what he wants to see technique. That's why he doesn't go against Shanks anymore. Not because Shanks is weaker, but because Shanks won't have as much sword skills because he has one hand. But it doesn't mean that he won't be as strong because of his other hacks, where is his hockey, his observation hockey, future sight, conquers all of these other things. So I think this is the misinterpretation that a lot of people have. But also, I want to say we received a $10 super chat from Tyran saying, you know how Zoro is way better swordsman than Law, but he can keep up with Zoro because of his devil fruit. Point being, just because Mihawk is a better swordsman doesn't mean better overall fighter. Thank you. You know, that's the problem. A lot of people don't, unfortunately, don't see it this way. And again, it's agenda piece. People don't want to... People want to push a narrative, and that's fine, you know, like, do you. At the end of the day, the story is going to prove us whatever it needs to prove us. And there's portrayal. People love talking about portrayal. Just use the portrayal of both characters and see where they stand as in the story. And, like, what are their classes and who's above who in classes. But also, Tsukiyomi, thank you for being part of the Hime Darlings. Thank you on the YouTube. Go ahead,
and then Jen said something really funny. She said, guess you can't have feet without feet, referring to Shiki. I love that. I love the feet stuff, bro. It's so funny. But yeah, exactly. I mean, like, Shiki is definitely stronger than Mihawk. I don't feel like I feel like anybody who has read One Piece and knows who Shiki is would say that, bro. Like,
Shiki is on another level, bro. Like, bro, I'm gonna be honest. Like, Shiki is on another. I have Aokiji above Mihawk. Literally, like, I did a tier list, but then I switched my mind because I have him relative to Akainu, and I have Akainu top 1. So, like, I even have Aokiji who is missing limbs, stronger than Mihawk. So I'm telling you, like, there's people who are missing limbs who are stronger than him. For some people. Also, thank you to Kiyomi for the $5 super chat saying, Hime birthday in about 5 days. Let's go. You know, I forgot. It's in wait, this is 7. It's in 7 days. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in 7 days, guys.
Yes. Yeah, I almost forgot about my own birthday. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. You're also, the best.
Yeah, you guys are so sweet, especially since it's almost Hime's birthday. Also, thank you everybody who's in the TikTok chat. We really appreciate you guys popping in here. Make sure you guys are liking live. I saw Jen has been liking it the whole time. Jen, you have been so sweet, bro. You're too kind. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys are liking the YouTube, because we still have some other interesting topics to talk about. Are we almost done with the One Piece stuff?
We're done. Now let's go to the coolest thing that is gonna happen in 2024. So I don't know if you guys watched. There was like the Jump Fest event that happened last two days ago, something like that. So it was also streaming on YouTube. You can also go check it out. They have the stream on YouTube still there. You can watch it. So it was all the announcement that they had. Regarding One Piece, we know that the Egghead anime is coming in 2024. We're super stoked and excited about it. But we received two other major announcements. And one of them is the fact that One Piece is going to have a whole remake done by Wit Studio. This is amazing.
It is amazing. I think that, and you know what? Let's go put it in the comments. What do you guys think of One Piece getting a remake? Are you guys happy? Are you mad? Are you upset? Because I see a lot of very mixed reactions, with a lot of it. You know what I
Let me
mean?
create
Like,
a poll. I'm gonna create a poll.
there's a lot of people who are excited about this. There's a lot of One Piece fans who are really angry that it's getting a remake. They don't want it. They think it's useless. I think that some people don't want new fans coming into the fandom, and I've actually seen that a lot with the live action too, where there are certain One Piece fans who really like to gatekeep One Piece. And I hate that because I think that the more people we get into the fandom, the more we're gonna get. Thank you so much for the gifts. Oh, Jen said, I'm really happy for any more One.
Oh, you left. Wait. You left my collab cam. Give me a second. What? Show on stream. Sorry.
But I agree. I don't think it's necessarily like necessary for this. I feel like they could have just like taken the original animations and cut them down and did a better cut. But I think that what they're trying to do right now is they're trying to basically take everybody from the live action, give them a really well fast-paced One Piece, probably cut out a lot of stuff, and then people are going to get into the fandom. And I think it's because they want One Piece to be one of the most popular animes, honestly. I feel like that's genuinely the thing. Netflix wants a complete hold on the One Piece stuff. They might eventually get the rights to the Toei anime as well, and it might be solely streaming on Netflix at some point. But for right now, they're like, well, if we can't get Toei's like streaming, we're gonna get the new One Piece remake streaming.
Frank said, "Gatekeepers be gatekeeping for sure." And also, Tsukiomi said, "I think it's good for the anime." So, okay, my opinion on this, I was super excited, super happy. I think as a One Piece fan, I would never be upset that my anime is getting on the map even more, because you know a lot of people, and even Tamri said, more One Piece, more content, 100%. So how I see things is that, like, let's be honest, there's a lot of flaws in the anime, even if you don't want to admit it. A lot of people say, oh, the pacing, the animation, I can get into it, it's too long, blah blah blah. This is such an amazing opportunity for people who don't want to watch the old one and get into it. It's too long, I don't like the animation and everything, the pacing. This one, I am hopeful. Of course, we don't have a confirmation, but I am 100%, 99% sure that Wit Studio are going to address these issues and have them and have the anime have a better pacing, amazing animation. If you watch anything from Wit Studio, amazing animation. The colors are vibrant. It's beautiful. And also they won't have the stress of like scheduling or like we're getting too close to the manga. They will be restarting from the beginning. So it's going to be amazing. I think that this is going to bring new fans, and I think it's just going to make us, I'm telling you, somebody said One Piece is going to be anime of the year twice a year. Isn't that crazy? So I think it's only good news. Like, of course, if they F it up, like, yeah, we can be a bit upset about it, but I'm pretty sure Oda would never let it happen. Oda have so much power in what is produced from his own creation that he would never let it happen. You guys should know that. And also want to say, D, thank you for being a member for 3 months. He said Netflix know they can milk One Piece by remaking it. 100%. They see money. They see money in there. So they're like, you know what? This is the gold mine. And also, it will make people happy. We'll get new fans. We'll get everything. Why not? Let's do it. Yeah. You know?
I even have like on the TikTok, I do have like that rendering that's it. I'm not sure if that's like the actual rendering or if that's a fan rendering, but it does look very similar to a lot of the stuff that Wit Studios has put out. Now, there has been criticism that says, well, Wit has dropped multiple projects before. Yes, but the scheduling for that, as we were saying, was like horrible. There's not really a schedule to drop this One Piece remake. They're probably gonna, in 2025, drop the first batch of it, right? And then they're going to have time to really get a team. They're going to be able to really work on it because there's nobody that's like, oh, we need to get this out as quickly as possible. Unlike other animes, this isn't like Vinland Saga and this isn't like Attack on Titan. I also think that Wit Studios has a lot of really good connections with certain animators. They have good connections with animation directors, and I also think that Wit Studios will be able to handle seasonal One Piece. They're never going to be able to handle what Toei does. Like what Toei does is a massive undertaking, and I think it's not given enough credit considering what like the quality they put out in comparison to something like Studio Pirat, where I think that there was a lot of mistakes with Weekly Naruto and even like more so with Weekly Boruto. But that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is 24 episode seasons of the One Piece anime, probably taking out a couple things here and there. It's probably going to be very like an arc a season. We already know that stuff does well, so they know that they can make a profit off of it. Wit Studios has a website that they're probably going to now have One Piece merch on, and they know that it's going to be incredibly possible, which is the big thing. Wit Studio probably took this project because they want to push their online store. They'll probably have their own Wit Studios One Piece merch, and One Piece merch is so popular. Like, this is just a win-win for them. It's the reason why they keep this. They know that they can make so much money off of this by partnering with Netflix because now they're going to be able to sell official Wit Studios One Piece merch. So they're going to hang on to this. They're not going to get rid of it. They're going to continuously do it, and we're probably going to get new continuous seasons of One Piece whenever they feel like dropping them. That's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, and also, I think that even Terence said something very, very cool in the chat. He was talking about like how the anime is able to like flesh out like things better than the manga. So maybe what they're going to do is they're gonna correct all the errors that happened in the past. All the they're gonna flesh out the things they need to flesh out. They're gonna cut the things that were useless. So I think that they're just going to make it a better version in a way.
Cut out Long Ring Long Land. We don't need it.
Yo, imagine. No, but wait. Imagine they make Long Ring Long Land very amazing, super cool, and it changes your whole perspective on Long Ring Long Land.
If Long Ring Long Land becomes like a decent arc by Wit Studios, I will do whatever, bro. But
that's gonna be hilarious. And also, Tami says, time to invest in Netflix stocks. 100%. Netflix has been going dummy. Like Yu Yu Hakusho and the One Piece live action, and now this. Like, bro, they don't think the devil works hard. Netflix works harder. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, bro.
Listen, I've been saying that Netflix is like one of the best anime streaming sites for a very long time, and it's because I feel like Netflix actually cares about the properties that they have. Like Netflix, like with the One Piece live action, like made one of the first actual good live actions by just giving it to people who deserve it. And I feel like a lot of people don't give Netflix enough credit. And every time I say this, people are like, "Oh, you're just a Netflix D-rider." It's like I am, because like not only do they have like a good service, they drop like all of the stuff at once, which, like it or hate it, a lot of people do like those batch episodes. People like to binge. And it's just like it's a nice streaming site. Like I like the UI better. I wish that Crunchyroll was doing stuff similar to Netflix, but we'll see with the new stuff that Crunchyroll is doing.
Yeah. Yeah. And somebody said, Netflix, stand proud. You can cook. That's hilarious.
Genius is funny.
I know it went like 60% in 2 months. Yeah. So, and I wanted just to talk about one last thing before we go to the last news. So there was also a lot of like people who were like talking about issues that could happen because of this reanimation, and some of them were saying, "Oh, what about the voice actors? They're getting too old. Some of them won't be alive by the end of like this new remake." And some people were saying like, "Oh, but I don't want new voice actors." Blah blah blah. Like there was a lot of mixed emotion. Oh wait, give me a second. Let me end the poll. I always forget. But yeah, yes was like 96%. So and it was anyways. So a lot of people are more happy in my YouTube than unhappy about this thing. So when it comes to the voice actors, I had a personal opinion regarding that. I said that I do not mind new voice actors. What I need them is just to excel and be proficient at the One Piece laugh of their character. That's all I want. I want them to be able to do the laughs of their character very well, because that's important to me. But otherwise, I don't mind new voice actors. Like, of course, don't put somebody who has like who it doesn't work with the character. Like try to make it as close to the original one. But it's normal to have new voice actors. You know? What do you think?
Yeah, I would be fine with that. I think as long as they get good ones that can grow. I'd like newer voice actors that have time to really get into the role and expand. I think that would be pretty good. But yeah, I think that just getting new voice actors, allowing them to really flourish and kind of step into that role, just like how other voice actors were, I would really like it. Am I with the new adaptation? I am with the new adaptation. New adaptation is going to be good.
Yeah. Tamir said, can't AI just come in clutch with the voice acting? Maybe not the best option, but it could be a thing. That would be kind of crazy. Imagine now AI is voice acting for anime. That would be crazy.
I can't.
That would be crazy.
Let people do it. But also, anime news guys in here. What's up? What's up?
Oh, what's up, anime news guy? What's up? What's up? It's Brandon, I think. What's up?
But yeah, I would just want new voice actors.
Yeah,
but
same.
also, I feel like we need to talk about the solo leveling thing really quickly because.
Oh no! But wait, there's also the last thing about One Piece. The Ryuma thing.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff. No,
but we can just talk about it very fast. So they also the last announcement was about a new like I don't know if is it gonna be a series or something?
No,
so
it's just a
one shot. It's right.
No, wait, actually, it might. No, I think it is an anime series. I think
it's an anime
series. Is an anime series.
So they're going to make an anime series about Ryuma. And like his past and everything. So it's called the Monsters 103 Mercies Dragon Annihilation.
It's just called Monsters. It's just called Monsters.
Yeah, but the thing I'm reading the thing that was underneath Monsters.
Yeah, I know, but it's just that's just like the stuff. So Monsters is actually based off of one of Oda's first one shots. They did change. So Ryuma that's in there is technically not the same Ryuma as it is in the actual story of One Piece. So it was never supposed to be canon to One Piece. They are changing certain things. So like now Ryuma has Shisui in there. So if you want, the one shot is available and you can read the story before it comes out. But I would say that they're probably gonna, change certain things of it.
Yeah, so that's the last news. So like again, 2024 is cooking. We're eating very good as One Piece fans. Egghead, this Ryuma one shot, and the remake of One Piece. It's gonna be an amazing year, once again. But yeah, I hope you guys are also excited. On to the next news, which
solo
is
leveling.
Well, it's Chainsaw Man. But if you want to go about solo,
let's do the solo leveling because I tried to transition into the Crunchyroll thing a couple times.
Okay, sure. Well, then next topic, you can go ahead.
Well, you gotta go ahead because this is your bread and butter.
Oh, okay, because you wanted to talk about it like since a while ago, so that's why I'm letting you. But cool. So our next topic. So as you guys know, the solo leveling manhwa is getting an anime adaptation, and everybody who reads manhwa and who read the manhwa, it's about a Korean character named Wait, no, but I want to see his name in Japanese that they. Anyways, Sun Jin-woon. But unfortunately, when they were like adapting the anime, they decided to change some stuff. So they want to make him a Japanese citizen who is living in Korea, but who is representing Japan, which doesn't make sense.
Change it to Japan. Like, no, I thought they that he's in Japan.
Okay, no, what I understood is that he is a Japanese guy who's living in Korea.
No, they're changing it to Japan.
Everything in Japan?
That's what I heard about it, is that they're literally changing all the locations so that he's in Japan. But I think that in the other like dubs outside of Japan, they're going to still name them as like Korean things. But I don't know how that's gonna work. Like I don't know if they're just gonna do like.
For anybody who actually like read the manga, you guys know how important it is, like from which country you are, because you represent your country as like a ranker. So if he comes from Korea, he represents Korea. And also like there's like a part of the story where like they go to Jeju Island and they also help the Japanese people, and there's like a whole like geographical like it's really important where you come from inside of the manhwa. So if they change it, like they changed the whole story. Let's be honest here. For anybody who read it, it will change the entire story. It would make no sense. And and a lot of people are arguing the fact that they want to do this to make Japan look good, because in the manhwa, like it looked like Japan needed Korea's help, but they want to make it seem like Korea is needing Japan help. So there's this whole argument that has been made. And honestly, as somebody who read the manhwa, I am very upset about this, because I want it to be like true to the source material. And I find it very petty to change it just because of like pride and ego,
I think that we do have to wait and see how it's done. What they might do is they might just make everything very generic so that they can dub over it. But I agree with you. I would say that it's very petty. You're taking somebody else's work, a South Korean, and you're changing it, even though the story is fantastic, you're taking somebody who put a lot of their culture into their work and changing it for your own benefit, and I just don't think that that's right. So I'm hoping that they don't do that, because a lot of the stuff, like, I can't find any like real confirmation from this from A1 Studios. So I'm not sure. A lot of this I think are rumors, but I'm hoping that with
I
a
don't think
lot
they're
of these
false.
things, yeah, like, if they have, like, a separate Japanese dub where they change it for, like, people who aren't going to do it, but, like, the actual anime and everything kinda takes place in Korea, and it's only the voice acting that changes it for a very specific thing, fine. Like, if they wanna make, like, 2 versions of it, they can. But I think that to take somebody, else's work and change it, and change all of the source material just because you don't want to have another country look better than your own. It's kind of like,
And the thing is, and also the Kimmers, I'm gonna read your comment after. The thing is, they have history together. In the past, some stuff happened between Korea and Japan, which are not very beautiful. But I think that when you do stuff like that, you're showing that you have not moved on. And it's a really bad show for your country personally. And even like Kim has said, it's one of the reason why Korea is starting to have their own animation studios. And you know what, this is literally what's going to happen, is that Korea is going to be like, oh really, you want to do this with our series? So they're going to have their own studios, and they're never going to, like,
well, there's always been like animation studios in South Korea. Like, there's always been stuff like that.
yeah, they're
But
just not as popular.
what's gonna start happening is like the same thing, is that they're just going to also get into the anime sphere for like, and
Yeah,
try to put stuff like overseas and just animate their own stuff, which is
yeah.
like, at this point it's like, oh, whoever gets the right to it first, wins, and they get to animate it. But it's like, if you're going to change the source material, and somebody said, oh well, the author says that it's okay to change it. But it's like, if you're a manhwa author, right, and you're making a webtoon and you get an anime like adaptation for it,
You're
you're going
fine
to
with
take it
anything.
regardless. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna be like, because you're gonna be like, I want as many people to read my thing as possible, because that's your livelihood, that's your life's goal. So if they start changing stuff, you may not agree with it, but you may agree to it, which is the issue.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if he says no, no anime. Like I'm sorry, but like, it's more important for me as a mangaka to get my stuff out there, even if it's not necessarily the same thing. Because first of all, that's gonna bring me way more money, way more popularity. The next manga I'm going to write, people will know about it. So like, it's a small price to pay for the future. So of course he will
Well,
say yes.
for salvation.
Yeah, I mean, imagine saying no. No
Yeah.
anime, no nothing. Like, bro, he's losing way more by saying no than saying yes. So I hope you guys know that he is as upset about it. He just cannot say it publicly.
Yeah. Red haired said, y'all think that American animation will ever get a come up? I think that a lot as soon. Okay, so here's the big thing about American animation. Once Americans realize that, like, not like Americans like me and you, like Americans, like top corporations and all of these executives realize that animation isn't for children, they're going to finally give us like actual good stuff.
That is
Like,
so
they've
true.
already, like, they started a little bit with like Young Justice. They had it kind of with like Teen Titans, but it's like, I don't want superhero stuff. You're looking at stuff and like Disney stuff, like the Owl House. Like, why did they cancel the Owl House? The Owl House was so good. Like, the issue is that it's all for kids. They all just market it for kids, and so when it starts dealing with adult themes, they take it off the air. I mean, Gravity Falls, I think, is amazing. Like, Gravity Falls holds itself on its own. Over the Garden Wall was a stroke of genius. So there are some really good things coming out of America. There are some fantastic shows,
100%.
but the issue is that they're just not able to target them towards adults. So they have to hide this and target it towards kids, and then it gets canceled in 2 seasons. That's why there will never be an American One Piece.
And this is where the whole, like, the whole trope of like, oh, if you watch cartoons or you watch anime, you're a child, you need to grow up. It's because everybody's used in the US of seeing like anime and cartoons as childish things, like stuff made for children. So whenever you show them like stuff like, a bit more serious, like AOT, Death Notes, and everything, even One Piece, like, they will look at it and they're like, oh my god, okay, it's not as childish as I thought it was. It's so emotional, it's so deep. It's like they're talking about geopolitical like issues inside of this anime. It's crazy. And you're like, yes, it's because you are not conditioned, you are not used to it in the US. But overseas, in Japan, Korea, all the other places, like, they know what anime is, and they know it's not just for children. So I think that you're right. If they switch their way of like, if they make new cartoons that are not just for children, I think that the whole like mentality will change with it, and it's gonna get better.
the issue is that all of the really good animation that's happening right now is all in children's films, and all of the really shitty uh puppet animations that take them like 5 seconds to do, like Family Guy, like The Simpsons, like they don't hand draw those. Half of those are like puppets. They're all rigged animation things that aren't done very well. Stuff like Mr. Pickle, which is honestly just disgusting. All of those like adult cartoons, they always use it. It's like if you're an adult cartoon, you're grotesque, you're not funny, and you're just some of the most perverted stuff instead of giving thoughtful or meaningful stories. Why do you guys think Invincible is so good? Why do you guys think that Invincible is one of the biggest like American cartoons coming out right now?
The only one. It's the only one that actually has depth and is not about like perverted things or sarcasm or just a joke.
Because people are starting to realize in America that animation isn't just for kids, and that's one of the reasons why Netflix has already figured it out. Y'all don't understand Netflix's game. Netflix has figured this out, and they're like, that's why they're having new One Piece. They're like, okay, we can make so much more money by getting into it. Why do you guys think that Disney took Thousand Year Blood War arc? Because they know it's popular. But the issue is they market it for kids, and they're putting it in the kids section still because they don't realize that no kid is watching Bleach. Like, you're not going to have some 10-year-old watch Bleach. If you're watching Bleach, you're a teenager. And they just don't realize it yet. And so they're going to fall behind, and people aren't going to watch it. And that's why all of the hype dies when stuff is on Hulu. Because Hulu, number one, is an awful service. I hate Hulu. Because every single time I try to find something, I can never find stuff. Like, they see my age on Hulu and they automatically recommend me Grey's Anatomy. Like, I don't want to watch Grey's Anatomy. Give me Cells at Work. Give me Demon Slayer. Give me some of these other animes. But they constantly put these things in kids sections. Whereas Netflix, I go on Netflix and I have like 17 recommendations of animes.
Even my mom like gets anime recommendations, bro. Like they know what they're doing. And also Redhead said something very important. He said, to be entirely fair, DC animation is great. Yeah, but that's the only thing that is great. Like anything else, unfortunately, it's either for kids only and it's very childish, or it's like grotesque and sarcastic and just like, you know, it's their own league. So like the small amount of things that are for adult and that are not like inside of these two categories is like so small. It's like it's not enough to change people's mentality about like cartoons and anime. So yeah, but that was a very cool segment. So let's go to our next topic. So I know that, okay, so I'm gonna let you ramble as much as you want. I'm gonna start first. I don't have a lot to say. So we received an announcement that there's going to be a Chainsaw Man movie. I'm gonna let Chestnut explain to you guys it's about what and everything and what she thinks about it. Go ahead.
All right, I will. But very first, somebody asked me why Debunked hate One Piece. He's just mad that Attack on Titan will never reach the level of popularity, bro. It's not his fault, but unfortunately, One Piece on top. But speaking of like my favorite other thing coming out right now, because I love Chainsaw Man, the Chainsaw Man movie is such a good choice. I think that the Bomb Girl arc works best as a movie. I'm hoping that this goes in theaters, and I think that this is going to bring a lot of people into Chainsaw Man. I think that they're changing up the styles and the direction. Not that the same people are working on it, so am I a little nervous because I really enjoyed the first season? Kind of. But am I also really excited because I think that it's going to have some fantastic animation. This is going to have one of the best fight scenes, or one of my favorite fight scenes in Chainsaw Man, actually. And it also has probably, like, this is where the story starts to get really good. So I'm super excited for this. I really hope that this does well. I hope that people enjoy it. I hope that people enjoy the style. We'll see how this movie actually turns out. But I really like it. I will say technically, to your question, but I just don't want to spoil people. But yeah, the Chainsaw Man movie is great. Such great news. I knew that they were gonna do that. And then hopefully afterwards we get season 2 confirmed.
So yeah, so a lot of people online were like, oh, why are they making a movie? Why not an anime? But again, you also explained to me that it's too short and it makes sense to make it a movie.
It would be really difficult to break it up, if you understand what I mean. So like it's not like, because like when you're looking at like the Chainsaw Man anime, like as they had it, like they had only a couple chapters in each episode, and it's like when you're looking at the Bomb Girl arc, you're like, oh, it's like 10 chapters, and it's like, yeah, it's 10 chapters, right? But the issue is, oh, also, did you get booted from my live?
That's yeah. Wait,
Weird.
let me just talk. Hi, that's weird. Accept.
I invited you. Weird.
Hmm,
But
that was weird.
I'll just keep you like that for right now.
Oh,
But
I'm in there.
okay, I'm just gonna keep you like that. But
Mhm.
for the like for the Chainsaw Man thing, it's just it'll flow better. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that Chainsaw Man flows a lot better when like when you just let it go. And I think that this is
Mhm.
perfect for this arc because when you're looking at like how it actually reads in the manga, it just is continuous. You like you can't put it down. And so if they broke that up into episodes, people are going to find that very jarring and probably drop it because there are certain like chapters that just they just all flow into each other. And I
Mhm.
think that that's what makes that so good. Like if it I'm glad that I didn't read it when it was coming out weekly because I probably would have been very, like, taken aback. So
Mm.
I'm so happy that I'm able to binge the whole arc like that. I think it'll
No,
be great.
no, I agree. Honestly, like Chainsaw Man, I feel like people like underestimate how good Chainsaw Man is and how good the production of it is. I am just expecting the best out of the best, even out of this movie. I feel like even when they came out with the anime had the level of a movie when it came to the animation to the directing of it. So I think that imagine a movie, it's going to be just so amazing. I cannot wait. I'm super excited about it. I'm also excited about how when the anime is gonna come back. So
I hope
this
it
is
does, bro.
yeah, so this I'm super hopeful and I cannot wait for it. It's gonna be amazing. um
Yo, anime news guy said that Chainsaw Man is his favorite new gen. Chainsaw Man is also
oh
my favorite new gen. Chainsaw Man is just fantastic, honestly. I think that so many people hate on the first season because they wanted it to be bright and
mhm,
colorful, and I just think that the first season works better as a gritty, realistic anime. It
mm,
just does. I like the direction of it like far better. So I was super excited when I like saw
yeah,
a lot of it. The Chainsaw Man anime was great. I think that people unnecessarily hated on it. But then when we get to this new movie, they're taking it in a different direction. Good. This is a different feeling of Chainsaw Man. This isn't the same as the first season. It has a different tone to it. And so I'm really excited for this.
yep. And
Also,
talking about new gens, we also had like also JJK is going also super dummy, super crazy. Mahito, literally best villain in JJK. And in my opinion, best written villain at the moment. Like he's just he honestly just showed us like he had such a good closure as well, you know? I just really loved his character.
I thought that the way that they animated the IMU scene, I thought that they animated that great in the new Jujutsu Kaisen. I
Mm,
think that Mahito's ending was animated as pathetically as I wanted it to. He's not a good person, and I'm glad that they kind of were just like, nah, he's a scumbag, and just kind of threw him out with the wind. So I'm super happy about
mm,
that. I think that Jujutsu Kaisen is probably the one anime that's going to win anime of the year. I think it deserves it. Mappa animators have been working their booties off with it. It is fantastic.
yeah.
There is nothing that I can like be like, oh, I'd rather have them done this, right? There's only like one poorly animated scene in the entire thing, and that's the Dagon fight. And I feel like people can agree that the Dagon fight wasn't like as well animated as everything else. But even still, it's like an eight
Mm-hmm.
second clip and it doesn't really matter or impact the story. Where the budget needed to be, they put that in. Where the animators needed to be, they did. They put the right directors on every episode. And I think that the ending of Mahito really does spell a new Jujutsu Kaisen anime. And I think that people are going to really enjoy it. I also think that they improved Chibiya arc a lot. So I'm excited to see what they do with Calling Games. Calling Games has been my favorite arc in JJK so far. So we'll see.
Yes. But a
Oh,
lot of people are saying that also Free Ren. I hear a lot of people talk about Free Ren. I only watched the first episode. I think I watched it with you. I want to see what the hype is about. I need to like continue watching it because I keep hearing about it and people are saying, "Oh, it has a chance to be anime of the year." Maybe. I honestly need to watch it to have like a better like to have better criticism towards it.
it's good.
Did you like end up continue watching it? Like, do
I've watched
you?
like a couple more episodes.
Oh, okay.
Tsukuyomi also said that what do I think about Vinland Saga, and we can talk about that as well in this because
Ooh.
they did actually win an award from IGN, and IGN named it their anime of the year.
Ooh.
They can, I feel like they can name anything they want. People are really talking about the Crunchyroll one. I'm not saying that it was bad at all. But I'm saying that if we're talking about like pure animation quality and like kind of like story, although I think that Vinland Saga like is good, although I haven't watched the second season. But even from the clips, I just feel like the animations were done insane in JJK. So I feel like if we're like strictly animation, I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen should have won that. Just like animation
Mm.
alone. but also with Freerun. Freerun I think is also another one that's just like really well animated. My thing with Freerun is that I feel like this is a lot of people's first like step into what I like to call slice of life like shoujo. Which is kind of what it is. It's an isekai that is masquerading as a slice of life, and I feel like
Mm,
people have just started to finally get into this genre, and I think it's a great step, which is why they're like, this is the most fantastic anime I've ever watched. But when I watched
mm,
it, I was like, oh, this is just like every other like shoujo I've watched. Like where you're looking
mm,
having that are like a slice of life anime, and it's like I think it's interesting that people are finally starting to get into these different genres because it's like it's a mixture. Yeah, it's like a I mean, it's technically not an isekai, but I feel like isekai people like will get into that. People who like the genre of isekais will be able to get into free run a little bit easier. Um, but it's a fantasy one, but it's just like a slice of life fantasy that really delves into a lot of work. So I would say it's probably like josei, shoujo, a little bit into those categories where I think that a lot of the themes that have been kind of represented in a lot of those stories are starting to come to other viewers, and I enjoy it. I'm like 4 episodes in, so I don't mind rewatching it with you, Hime.
mm. Oh, it's cool. I might find also a moment where I binge them or something, but I'll check it out. I mean, I keep hearing about it, so it piqued my curiosity. But for the anime news, honestly, that was all we had. I think that we had a lot. Like a lot is happening, and a lot is going to keep happening. Honestly, I am super excited for the next year. As you all know, One Piece is going on a break for the manga and the anime after this week, if I'm not mistaken,
Mhm.
until like I don't know when in January, if it's the second or first week of January. I don't know how long they take normally. Is it a month or 3 weeks?
They'll take a 4 week break, so
Or
everything is gonna come back on. I think the anime comes back on the 7th of
hmm.
January, so it'll be I think like about 4 weeks. So the last
Okay.
week was the last anime episode, and then 3 weeks I think for the manga. So it'll be about 3 to 4 weeks for that. But I do want to bring up that I do want to kind of hear from you guys. What do you guys think that like what anime are you most excited for next year? I'm most excited for Dandadan. I think that Dandadan is gonna be great.
Mm,
Following as a very close second is going to be Kaiju 8. I am
mm.
ecstatic. I cannot wait to do live reacts with Hime with these, which we will be doing.
Ooh,
These are gonna
yes.
be great. I
I'm
can't
super excited too. Go ahead.
I also can't wait for solo leveling because I think that Hime is going to have so
Yeah.
many opinions on this.
Ooh, yes. You don't
Bleach,
understand,
Bleach
like,
is coming out too.
yes, the anime. I don't know. Like I feel like the anime fans were eating so good lately, and even next year, like it keeps getting better and better. It just keeps getting better and better, and I'm super excited just to watch all of these with you. And even right now, we're also like reacting to Yu Yu Hakusho. If you guys missed it last Saturday, we reacted to it, and we're going to react to the next episode as well. So like everything that is trendy, everything that is coming out, we will try to talk about it, react with it, and I hope you guys will also enjoy it. But
There's
yeah,
so much. Yo, I didn't realize how many animes are actually coming out.
yes,
So
there's so
I see
much.
Classroom of the Elite, Chemist,
Yes,
Dragon Ball Daima. I forgot we were gonna react to
yeah,
the new Dragon Ball as well.
I have to write
Uh,
them down.
so Akilo says that anime of the year is Vinland Saga for him. Honestly, I know that Vinland Saga is good. I would just say personally, if I'm just doing just animation because I don't know the story of it because I'm only on season one, unfortunately. I would go with JJK over it because I've seen like clips of it.
Yeah.
But story wise, I have no idea. So I think that a lot of people enjoy Vinland Saga.
You know the thing with
Tower of God season 2, bro.
Tower of God. Oh my god, no way!
Forgot
Tower of God
about it.
season 2. That's oh
It's
my
coming out
god.
next year
We're
too.
gonna see the character I hate the most in anime characters, bro. And you going, yeah. You never watch. We never watched the. We need to. I need to make you watch the first season.
I'm actually sneaky. I'm actually watching it with Doron's World, and we're doing reacts with it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
I
no, no.
didn't know that.
I'm on episode 3 right now. I just got to the part where Rachel like doesn't acknowledge him at all, and I was like,
Okay, no. You don't listen. I will let you watch, and you will understand my hatred very soon. Listen, you will understand my hatred very soon. It's fine. It's fine. Have fun. But it's good because that way you will be fresh, like to watch the second season with me. So we're going to everything that we enumerated, guys. We're going to react to all of them. I don't know. We're gonna make a schedule. We have to. It's going
This is
to
gonna be a
be
lot.
it's gonna be
Holy
amazing, bro. It's gonna be amazing because, by the way, I want to also watch the remake of One Piece. I want to see how it looks like. So of course I'm going to react to that.
That's gonna be 2025 though, so we got some time for that one.
Yeah, that we have time for that. But yeah, so I'm super excited about everything. It's going to be great.
I forgot that they're making another season of Mashal as well, bro. Oh god.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch the first season.
There's gonna do Mashal and there's gonna be a lot. I will say, so next Tuesday, because we are finishing up right now, we will not be going live. Because it is Hime's birthday. So we won't be going live because she's gonna be going out. So we're actually going to have this podcast next Wednesday instead. Because there's no chapter. We will be doing an anime ranking. So we will have our top we'll just do like A tier through D tier, and we'll have them up on the screen, and we'll do a live anime ranking, and we'll go through that. And we'll probably just do a huge Q&A afterwards. So we'll do like an anime ranking, we'll do a huge Q&A, and I think it'll be really fun.
Yes, 100% is gonna be amazing. But also on the shorter term, tomorrow, if the chapter drops, we're gonna be streaming it on Chestnuts channel. So go follow her if you're not already following her. And yeah, that's gonna be and probably the JJK episode when it comes out on Thursday.
That's the last one that's coming, or second last one that's coming out.
Yeah, something like that, I think. Yeah. So I hope you guys are excited.
May cosplayers, be warned.
Ooh, yeah, May. Oh my god. All right, I'm not spoiling anything, but be prepared for some. Honestly, we don't know if they're gonna change that scene in the anime. They
definitely will not, FYI, but that's okay.
That's gonna be crazy, bro. But yeah, so thank you everybody for tuning in. It was amazing. We love you guys. If also one last thing, join the Discord if you're not already in the Discord. I put the link inside of the description of this video, so click on the description, you can join. And for anybody who doesn't find it, just go on our bio everywhere, and our link tree, it's the first link probably. You can join it there. We're trying to have a nice community over there.
Very true. I'll probably do a game night sometime on Friday, so if you guys want, I think I'm gonna pop in. I don't know if Hime's free at all, so
I'll check.
Okay, but I'll try to host that. Unfortunately, Hime is never in her own Discord, so it's just me.
That is so not true. I take care of the technical issues. Everything that is technical, I do it.
But that's it. That's all we got. Oh yeah, My Hero Season 7 too. Oh my
god. But I'm only on season 5. I need to finish season 5. I have such a hard time finishing season 5. But also, are you even that excited about that blue sky, bro?
Oh my god, we're definitely gonna have to do a react to it.
Yeah, so. we have to because I wanna hear you like ramble, bro.
We will never leave these chairs, bro.
We're gonna be stick. Anyways, there's gonna be content forever. I don't want to hear you say, I don't know what to post. There's content about everything next year.
Just freaking take our shit. But all right then. Great job, you two.
But yeah, guys, thank you guys. I hope you guys have a nice day. Great job, you two. Thank you. All right, have a nice.
And also, just huge shout outs, everybody. Alex has been in the live the entire time. Alex, you are fantastic, bro. Thank you so much. I see that Tsukiyomi is in here. I know that Stones has also been in the live, and he's been liking it. I see a couple people have been liking it. I saw just Joe Mama. Monkey D Goat I saw that you were in here too. There's a couple more people. I see you guys. I appreciate you guys. We will definitely do a little bit more with the Q&A, I think. And we will be having more Q&As. So we will see you guys. And then also huge shout out to everybody in the YouTube live. We see you, like P, Shanks, Maro. You guys are amazing. I saw like Tamir's been in here, Shanks has been in here. I had seen Rolling V. There's just a lot of people. Chemist was in here too. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys coming in and popping into these lives. So go ahead, sorry.
All right, so thank you again. See y'all tomorrow if the chapter drops. And I hope you guys have a nice end of the day. We love you guys. All right.
All right, peace. Bye, guys.